welcome to a fairly quick video on integrating triplet picking into actual riffs. Now we're going to use the riff that we used in the first video. If you remember, it goes like this. Okay, but instead of single picks on the sixth string in between notes, we're going to add triplets. So at full speed it would sound a bit like this. Okay, so obviously that was played fairly quick, especially if you're just starting triplet picking, which can be very hard. But what you want to do with this is you want to go very slow. Okay, every one of these triplets is a down, up, down triplet with an upstroke on the actual fretted note. So you would go down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up, and so on. Okay? It's a similar pattern in that you're playing the same thing every time, right? Later on you'll have things where you do two downstrokes, an upstroke, a triplet, stuff like that, and it gets much more confusing. But for now, it's all the same. Right, and so on. As you go forward. Once you have this triplet pick down with this, which might take a bit of time because triplet picking can be very hard to start out with. Once you get it, it's one of the easiest things in the world. It's like second nature. It's like riding a bike. It really is. Once you can do it, you can do it, but until then you're going to fall off and you can get really pissed off. That's kind of the truth behind it, right? Once you have this, you can incorporate it into any two of the riffs that we've used so far, right? Or of the other riffs, I should say. So you can use triplet picking on the fifth string. You can even use the riff that combines both of them and do the same thing. Okay, so go around, play with the triplet picking, and again, triplet picking is something that is very important that you don't just play the same riffs that you look up online when you go to Ultimate Guitar, whatever, because I've done it too. And what happens is you start to get the same patterns and you start to just simply, get in the motion of it, and you don't really learn how to incorporate it into your own style. So play around, go back. You can even do this with chords, which we'll get into later, where you can pick a chord and do a triplet. So you can even put it in with chords, but we'll get into that in a little bit. So go around, use your triplet picking, use these licks, use these riffs, do everything in there, start to get comfortable with the idea. And again, if you're doing it slow, that's fine, right? Because once you learn it and you learn it right, then you can build up speed. If you start with speed, the whole thing kind of falls apart, okay? It doesn't work too well, especially as you go on and you start to do more complicated things, okay? So keep practicing. Thanks for watching. When we come back, we're going to look at triplets and chords and how you can move around chords and triplets and get more involved with that. Okay? See you soon.